Moving on, let's talk about how much data do you really need. Have you defined what you need? Are you collecting what you need, or are you collecting more than what you need? With some anticipation, we will look into the future. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you daily see new content on data privacy, and as I said, we're going to talk about how much of it is that you need, how much of it is that you're collecting, or are you over collecting or not. Right? So, what is collecting data is very clear. You need some information from people for a purpose. So you are asking them for information. You are collecting their required information, like as shown in the image. It could be name, email address, date of birth, religion, Aadhaar number, marital status. You may need all of them. What really depends on why you need the information. Then only you can define how much or which information do you need. But there are a lot of cases where overcollection happens. That means you have started collecting more than what you actually need, right? More than required data. For example, you see that on food delivery app portals. They'll ask you your marital status. Why do you need that? You are here to deliver food, so you need my name, my address, my phone number, maybe an alternate phone number. That's it. On the pattern of what I am ordering, you might analyze and in future shortlist restaurants or food items based on your past search about me. But why does my marital status impact? Right? But there are apps that ask for such information which is not required. Why do they do this? Why do they overcollect? They think they might introduce some new products and do future marketing. Now, not exactly in the same example, but there could be a lot of stores, online and offline retail stores, where you keep visiting and they keep collecting your information and other things. But like I give that example very frequently about your address. I am doing email marketing with you and I asked you email address, you gave me. I asked you phone number, you gave me. Now why do I need address? I am thinking someday I might send you documented brochures, new product offers. Whereas you are saying, I don't need them. You're not giving me the consent also to provide to send the physical material, but I'm capturing the address. This is unfair, right? You might need it in future for a purpose, for some analytics. Maybe when you are capturing information, you saw an existing home and you thought that address is also there, let me copy that also, right? You just want to keep your database filled up and show that you have a large database of customer information or prospect information, so you overcollect it. What is the risk of overcollection? You are exposing yourself to a larger breach. For example, you didn't need my address, but you noted my address, and a breach happens and my address gets misused. You get penalized for an item that you actually never used yourself, right? So that's not fair. Now, you can say it's not fair, then why do you penalize me? But I am saying that that's not fair from the point of view that why do you collect something that you don't even need, something that you don't even want to use. Now, in the same example, tomorrow when I think that I want to send you gifts or I want to send you new product offers physically, then I might send you a form online, and because I have your email address, I can send it on email as well, saying that I need your address so that I am able to send you these documents on your address. In a way, I am capturing both the address as well as the consent, right? That's a better option. And then if, God forbid, something goes wrong, at least I took the address for a purpose. So without any justification, you are collecting extra information, you are violating the principle of purpose limitation, and you are violating the principle of storage limitation, and of course, the main thing that we are talking of, which is data minimization. You're collecting anything and everything without purpose, dumping it in your storage, may use it in the future. End of the day, when you use my address, I have already changed it. So you're now sending things to a wrong address. What you are doing is that you are exposing yourself to a larger breach and maybe a larger impact, because A, breach, B, without consent, without purpose, you collected extra information, the impact of breach could be larger. What does the DPDP Act says? DPDP Act says that you need to define the purpose very, very clearly. So we come back to definition of purpose and purpose limitation. Then you need the consent also. Now before taking the consent, you have to define what data you need, and then you take the consent, and in the consent form there has to be an option for each item. I need your address because, I need your phone number because, I need your, not exactly because, but a purpose defined over there. And in address, it could be twofold. One, I'm saying I need to send you physical documents. Second, I'm going to share it with the courier agency to be able to deliver the physical documents. So I definitely need two consents on that address, right? DPDP Act also says that you collect what is lawful. So what you don't need is not lawful and has a purpose. You don't have a purpose. In a way, the purpose got defined if you don't have the consent, right? So you have to be careful. Storing, collecting unnecessary data is another point of non-compliance, and organizations, judiciaries need to be very careful about it. So they should define the purpose very clearly, ensure only what is required is collected with a proper purpose, minimum data collected with proper consent, and granular consent, that's what DPDP Act says, and update your forms to collect only that is required purposefully and on a lawful basis. No extra collections, no collection without a granular consent, no collection without defining the purpose properly. So be careful and ensure that you do not end up collecting extra data and create a problem for yourselves and your organization. Respect user rights and maintain transparency. That's another important aspect. The user would ask you to show me my information, and then your database would pop up the address which the user never gave you. Where is the transparency? Right? So you need to be very careful on the fact that you are collecting only what is required and nothing extra. So that's about collecting minimum possible data or data minimization. I hope you like the content of the video. Please press the bell and like icon. Subscribe to my channel and share your feedback in the comment section.